Hello, I'm live. How are you guys? Hello, hello, hello. Let me adjust my camera. Hi, happy Thursday. I'm Aimee of AimeeRaupp.com, and as always, love to get to come to you live every week for my weekly lives. And every week I get to come to you live and talk to you about what I think are really important health-related topics. And health is mental, it's emotional, it's physical, it's nutritional, and it's also what we put on our skin, right? So today we're going to talk about magnesium and get into how do you know if you have a magnesium deficiency, what are the benefits of taking magnesium, and then also I have a real special offer for you guys. So hang around to the end, and I'd love to hear from you guys too. Have you used magnesium? Do you use it? What has it helped you with? What are the different, any questions you might have that are about magnesium and how I can answer them for you. So please comment away, and I promise I will get through the comments and answer your questions. And my team is also on, and we can answer questions for you while I'm going live. So for those of you that are new to me, welcome. We're getting new followers all the time, and I'm forever grateful for that and love that I get to come to you and support you in this way. So as I said, I'm Aimee of AimeeRaupp.com. I am a best-selling author, a women's health and fertility expert. I'm an acupuncturist and herbalist by trade, and I'm a fertility coach. I have a whole fertility coaching team. I have tons of online courses and support for women on their path to motherhood. I've written a couple books. This is the best that all the fertility girls seem to love. This is another one, Body Belief, and my very first book, Chill Out and Get Healthy. Oh, here she is. I was actually referencing this book yesterday for a client of mine on all the different food sources of calcium besides dairy. So it's actually an awesome chart in here that I still reference all the time. Look how old this book is. It's like literally falling apart. I wrote this in 2009, so hence. So there you have it. And I'm also working on another book called The Egg Quality Diet that will be out, I think, sometime in March, maybe April. We're working on that as a team of like when's going to be the best launch date. I'll keep you guys posted. It's basically a 100-day diet that has been proven to reduce inflammation, improve egg quality, and balance your hormones. And so what you're going to get is, just a little bit of writing, maybe 30 or so pages of writing from me. And then you get 105 days, actually, 105 days of menus, meal plan, shopping list. You get recipes, and then you're going to get an incredible resources page that's on our website with a ton of other things. So the book is just strictly diet because I think people really want that. They want to see what is it I need to do to improve my egg quality. And there's a lot of research I'm pulling and data and from information from my previous books, but then new information on antioxidants and, all the things. I'm not going to talk about supplements in the book. I'm not like all that's going to be on the resources page. I'm going to drive you guys to a really juicy resources page where we're going to have information on all the other parts of what you need to do to optimize your fertility. But this book is just literally going to be the egg quality diet. And I'm very excited to get it out to you guys. And so anyway, that's me in a nutshell. And today, like I said, we're going to talk about magnesium and all the goodies around magnesium. So I make a product called my Mag Ease Oil. I have a skincare line as well. It's called Aimee Raupp Beauty, and the whole thing behind Aimee Raupp Beauty is if you can't eat it, you can't put it on your skin. You shouldn't be putting it on your skin because it's disruptive to your hormones. So I was a chemist and a neuroscience researcher and a biology student and all these things before I became an acupuncturist, and so I have a degree in chemistry and biology. I wasn't necessarily a chemist. I was a research scientist in neuroscience, but I love making things from that, I think, that chemistry brain. And so I developed Aimee Raupp Beauty. I think about 6 years ago is when we kind of went public with Aimee Raupp Beauty. I had been playing with it in my kitchen for many years. And about a year and a half or 2 years ago, this product I created, the magnesium oil, because started seeing more and more signs and symptoms of magnesium deficiency. And then I came across an article that was really interesting that said like upwards of like I don't know, 80% of the population is actually deficient in magnesium because our soil has been so compromised because of all the farming techniques and the pesticides. And basically, we're just not eating good quality food. And even if you are eating good quality food, the soil is compromised and magnesium is deficient. And so many of us have a magnesium deficiency. One of my clients and friends was actually making her own, and I did some research. It was really easy to make, and I highly recommend if you guys want to make your own, by all means, you don't have to buy mine. I think Wellness Mama has a really good recipe. That's what I followed. So it's distilled water, magnesium salts from the Dead Sea. I do buy really good quality magnesium salts for this oil. And then you'll see the blue tint in there. That is from the essential oil of blue chamomile, which is also very relaxing to the nervous system and calming. And so that's a lot of what magnesium does, which we're going to get into. But this to date is like the best-selling item that we have. People swear by it. The reviews on the website are things like, oh, I've never slept so much better, So anyway, let's get into magnesium and why. So first I want to, I have some notes up and I want to go through all that. So magnesium deficiency, and how do we know if we're deficient in magnesium? So one study actually says up to 75% of Americans are not meeting their recommended intake of magnesium each day. And so the causes of magnesium deficiency vary, but usually it's due to inadequate dietary intake and loss of magnesium in the body from certain illnesses like diabetes, poor absorption, so digestive issues, chronic diarrhea, celiac disease, and people that drink too much alcohol basically get very deficient in magnesium. So how do you know if you have a deficiency in magnesium? I basically approach it like, well, everybody probably does. Everybody could use a little bit, but things that I look for: muscle twitches and leg cramps. I would say if I see some anxiety, typically, I'm thinking that, and even depression, but like especially that nighttime anxiety where your mind's just racing and you're worrying, or you wake up in the middle of the night with anxiety. Someone who's been diagnosed with osteoporosis definitely has a magnesium deficiency, so we want to support that. Vitamin D deficiency is another sign that magnesium is deficient, because you need enough magnesium in your body to actually absorb your vitamin D. So typically, if there's a vitamin D deficiency and someone is supplementing with vitamin D and they're still deficient, two things I look for. Are you taking it with a fat? You need to take vitamin D with fat in your stomach. And then do you have enough magnesium? Are you taking a magnesium supplement? Fatigue, muscle weakness, I think that's kind of an obvious one. High blood pressure. So a lot of times people with high blood pressure have decreased magnesium and they need support. Arrhythmias, irregular heartbeats. Other things that I see are bad menstrual cramps, PMS, headaches. So hormonal imbalances, really, really intense chocolate cravings around your menstrual cycle is a sign of a magnesium deficiency. And so it's usually recommended, so a woman between the ages of like 19 and 30 to get around 300 milligrams of magnesium a day. Can you tell if someone has a magnesium deficiency by the color of their tongue? Not that I've been trained, so not the way Chinese medicine, not that I know of. As an acupuncturist who looks at tongues all the time, I've never heard of that. So the answer is no for me. So your magnesium demands are a little higher from like 14 to 18, and then from 19 to about 50, it's around 300. So 350 to 300. And then it depends. Oh, constipation is another sign. It can be a magnesium deficiency. And so, like I said, I started to see more and more of these symptoms, and you kind of, when you see them bundled together, you're like, maybe this is a magnesium deficiency. Let's try. There's no harm in it. And the reason I created the spray was because through my research, learned that transdermal, which means on the skin, you actually absorb more of it because it doesn't have to go through the digestive system. So if you're taking it for constipation, you might want to do both, but this does still actually help with constipation because it does still get absorbed. So there was an interesting study about transdermal, meaning applying to the skin, versus oral taking pills of magnesium. And just want to pull up the data. A 2010 study published by the European Journal of Nutraceutical Research, they did the study to determine the transdermal magnesium treatment on serum, so blood magnesium levels and whole body calcium. And that is the other thing. You can get a blood test to see if you're magnesium deficient. Researchers found an average increase of 60% in the cellular magnesium levels of 89% of the participants after 12 weeks of treatment. To achieve the same results via taking magnesium in pill form, you have to undergo treatment for a period of 9 to 24 months. So basically, you get there faster with this. And this is a lot cheaper. I mean, my bottle's $13 a bottle and it lasts you forever. And 8 to 10 sprays gives you about 250 milligrams to 250. It kind of just depends. My ratio is twice that of what's in Ancient Minerals magnesium oil. So I'm a 1-to-1 ratio. And I think most people don't make it that potent. I think it's a 2-to-1. So two part distilled water to 1 part magnesium. So mine is really, really salty. And it can make the skin itch or even burn a little bit, but that's usually a sign that you are deficient in magnesium and you need it. So I do recommend starting slow, let your body build up. But every night I spray about 8 to 10 sprays, kind of like my whole abdomen, chest, get my husband too. And that's 250, milligrams of magnesium. I mean, there's plenty of ways to also get magnesium in through your food. So almonds are a great source, pumpkin seeds, dark chocolate, which is interesting, right? So you're craving the dark chocolate before your period because you're actually deficient in magnesium. So I use raw cacao or like really dark chocolate that is organic and dairy-free, of course. Popcorn, interestingly, has 151 milligrams in 3.5 ounces. That's so interesting. But so flax seeds, chia seeds, coffee, so it's in food. So for me, I do my raw cacao kind of regularly. I put a little in my coffee every day, and I do like some good quality dark chocolate, squares of dark chocolate. So between that and this, I have my magnesium needs met every single day. So what can magnesium do for you? I think is a really important question. So daily use of magnesium helps smooth your skin, relieve constipation, ease muscle tension and cramps, soothes headaches and migraines, balances blood sugar levels. Super duper important, especially for any of you guys trying to balance your hormones so you can get pregnant. It regulates blood pressure, promotes more restful sleep. So for me, I've always been an amazing sleeper, super gifted in that category. When I use this though, it is like, I always say it's just like I sleep, pretty deeply. This brings me like way down a couple more notches. Like I'm just out cold and it's just deep, restful sleep. So I got into using magnesium in my pregnancy with James because I started getting muscle spasms and I was using the natural calm stuff, which I still recommend. I think it's great. And I'll recommend it in pregnancy. And then that's why I started doing research on all of it and like, oh, this is so interesting. And so then I started playing around with making my own. Of course, you could also do it Epsom salt baths. I think it's something like, I'll tell you right now. So where is it? I just saw. I had it somewhere about, I think it's 1 cup of magnesium salts in a bath. Oh yeah, 15 grams per cup. But it'll absorb, I think I had read something like it gives you close to 100 milligrams. So another thing is you could do a magnesium salt bath every night and get some that way too. The magnesium oil is the most concentrated because it's just distilled water and magnesium. Like the gels and the lotions are a lot less concentrated. I've been trying to make my own magnesium butter for a while. It's actually really tough because magnesium itself also creates water, and it's from a chemist perspective, it's kind of a shit show. So I haven't been successful in creating that just yet. But This baby is super easy to use, super successful, if you will, for Aimee Raupp Beauty, and people love it. So again, 8 to 10 sprays of this gives you about, I call it 2 to 250 milligrams, 250 milligrams. And so that plus some dietary support, and I think you are golden in your magnesium needs. Follow with Amy's body butter and spray on the abdomen instead. Oh yeah, so let's see. Okay, let's see. Yeah, so on the bottom of the feet, I do notice it because it causes a lot of dryness, and I think the bottom of the feet are already dry. So people get like dry, itchy feet. And so what I do instead, because I have really sensitive skin, is I basically just spray my abdomen and my inner thighs. And same with my husband, I just spray down his abdomen. And it kind of like is like tingly for a second and almost like I want to itch, but I don't itch. Just put my shirt back down over it and off I go to bed. Easy peasy. So other benefits of magnesium that I want you to think about. And again, remember, like upwards, the estimates are upwards of 75 to 80% of us are magnesium deficient. And then also thinking about from a COVID perspective, that most of the very serious cases of COVID that we are seeing, these people are vitamin D deficient. And so and we know that you need magnesium in order to properly absorb vitamin D. So I'm assuming most of these people are also magnesium deficient. So this is the time. So magnesium in that realm is actually very beneficial to your immune system because it helps the absorption of vitamin D, but also it helps with deeper sleep. And deeper sleep is so imperative to a healthy immune function, healthy hormone function, the ability to get and stay pregnant. But it's also, magnesium is really calming to the nervous system. That's why it helps with the high blood pressure. That's why it helps with insomnia or anxiety. So it really helps regulate that HPA axis, the hypothalamus pituitary adrenal axis, which really reduces your stress. It improves PMS symptoms. It'll lessen your menstrual cramps. It actually supports thyroid function. It improves your sleep. Helps with headaches, migraines, like I said. If a woman is pregnant, it can prevent preeclampsia. So women who wind up with preeclampsia in pregnancy, you know what they get? They get a magnesium drip. So use this the second you find out you're pregnant. Use it leading up, and you're going to go in with magnesium stores. That's what you need. You want to go get ahead of the battle. You don't want to be in the battle and then, fuck, I need more magnesium, right? Helps relieve constipation. So it was a game changer for me in pregnancy because I was constipated, and then postpartum too. Improves indigestion, supports bone health, reduces inflammation, alleviates mood issues, improves, again, blood sugar and insulin sensitivity, and it reduces blood pressure. So as you can see, so there's so many studies too. A recent review of 18 studies showed that magnesium supplementation reduced self-reported levels of anxiety. Women are seeing less fluid retention, less breast tenderness, less weight gain, bloating, insomnia as associated with hormonal imbalances. There are studies to show that it lessens menstrual cramps. Magnesium has been shown to be more effective in reducing period pain and lowering prostaglandins, which are typically at the root of the menstrual cramps. It supports thyroid health, again, improves sleep. So many reasons to use magnesium. And the way I look at it is like, it just can't hurt. There are also some interesting studies showing that it reduces inflammation, which inflammation, like if you guys are here because you're trying to get pregnant and that's why you follow me, inflammation is absolutely at the root of all fertility challenges. 100% inflammation is at the root of all fertility challenges, whatever your challenges might be. So if you want to reduce inflammation, follow the things I tell you to do, because that's basically at the root of everything I tell you people to do. But magnesium is another really good way to get there. There's been some studies showing it helps with depression, not only anxiety, but depression. It regulates blood sugar, helps with insulin sensitivity, again, blood pressure. And again, how many milligrams per day the average bear should get is around 300. So again, 8 to 10 sprays of this. You could even just do, I think it's about 8 gives you 200 when I did the math. And so 16 sprays gives you 400. So I'd probably call it like 12 sprays would give you the 300 that you need. And I mean, this is like half used in my bedroom. And I use it on my husband and I every single night. I don't know, you probably get like a month or two out of this at that rate. So that is, again, $13 a bottle. So in addition, what I want to tell you guys is you can go and order your own magnesium oil from me right now for 20% off, because my Valentine's Day sale is kicking off right now. And if you use promo code LOVE2021, as in the year 2021. So go to aimeerauppbeauty.com, put some awesome things in your cart, throw this in, use promo code LOVE2021, and you're going to get 20% off your entire order. And then if you spend $100 after discounts, you get a free Sweet Love Butter, which is my all-natural, fertility-friendly lubricant. So the sale runs today through the 8th at midnight, which I believe is Monday. So today through Monday at midnight, go to aimeerauppbeauty.com, use promo code, are you ready? LOVE2021, get 20% off everything that's in your cart. And then if you spend $100 or more, you get my free Sweet Love Butter, which you guys can read all about. It's my, it's really only meant for women who are trying to conceive, because it is a fat soluble lubricant, which means that it makes condoms ineffective. And so do not use it if you are trying to avoid pregnancy. That is my Sweet Love Butter. And you get it for free if you spend $100 after your discount. So again, you can get this now for, what's 20% of, you know what, you get $3 off or something like that. So it makes it $10 a bottle. It's great. I have people give these as gifts all the time, you know, in the holidays, stocking stuffers for everybody. This hands down is our best selling item. And I think, I mean, the price point is great, but I also think because it's so highly effective, people just love it. So let's see. When is best to take magnesium? I take it at night before bed because it helps with sleep and calming the nervous system. So I do tend to think that's the best time to take it. If you take it in capsule form, I think the recommendations are a little different, but typically it's still, because it's so relaxing to the nervous system, that you take it at night. Can you expand on the connection between magnesium and vitamin D? I've been taking D supplement for months. So I don't know that I understand all the pathomechanisms behind it, but from what I understand, let me just see if I can pull it up. I was just taking notes on a lecture I was listening to. I'm studying functional medicine as well right now. I'm actually taking a master's level program on functional medicine. And so let me just pull up my notes. Why do you need magnesium? And I will answer your question. Let me just see. Yeah, it just says magnesiums can help boost vitamin D. Magnesium assists in the activation of vitamin D, which helps regulate calcium and phosphate homeostasis to influence the growth and maintenance of bones. All the enzymes that metabolize vitamin D seem to require magnesium, so it acts as a cofactor in the enzymatic reactions that allow you to absorb the D. So there is your answer. And let me go back here. Just got your book. This is amazing info. Oh, well, enjoy the book. Your magnesium helped me with regularity and love the deeper sleep. You sold me. I want some. It's such a game changer. You guys are so cute. I love it. And let me just see what we got here. What's the code again? So it's LOVE2021. LOVE2021. You can DM me, Instagram, if you need it. Facebook, we've already posted. We ship all over the world. Yes, we do. What are the best supplements for magnesium? So again, this is the one I would recommend. They say magnesium glycinate is the best orally, I think, because it doesn't get totally broken down in your digestive system. It actually makes it lower into the intestines. How can you stop it from burning or stinging? Don't think you can. I don't know. I think I saw Beth say, put some oil on you first, or my body butter, something like that. That might help. You could probably water it down more, but then you have to adjust the dose. Okay. And let's see. Okay, I think I answered everything. All right, guys. Well, there you have it. So take advantage of the Valentine's Day sale. Again, it kicks off right now. Use promo code LOVE2021, 2021. Get 20% off your entire order. And if you spend over $100 after discounts, you get a free Sweet Love Butter, which is my fertility friendly lubricant. Perfect for Valentine's Day. And yeah. And if you recognize signs and symptoms of magnesium, I highly recommend like 8 to 12 sprays of this a night. And let's see some symptoms change. Mwah. Okay. Have a wonderful day, guys. Love you.